welcome back to my channel, and it's Blondie B here. Now, once again, like I always say, please like and subscribe, and add me on Instagram at Miss Blondie B. I'll drop that baby below, and like I said, welcome back. And today, I know, I'm still wearing my birthday crown. I'm filming videos back to back, and I want to be blinging. And today, even though my beautiful Starbucks cup is missing a couple stones, it's okay. But she got some vodka in her, and we're feeling good tonight. It's my birthday, and we're having fun. Oh, and I poured okay, I wasn't paying attention. And I accidentally poured like half of this vodka. It's a little strong. Woo-wee! Okay. So, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this time in high school and I accidentally summoned a demon. Okay. Okay. So, long time ago, maybe in I don't know. We'll take you way back into the past and we're going to flashback? Yes, flashback. I was thinking the word flash forward. That's not the right word. It is flashback. We're going to flash back to, I'm probably like 2005, 2006. I graduated in 2007. I am old. Okay. Let's not discuss how old I turned today. It is embarrassing. But anyways, moving on. So, flashback to around 2005, 2006, you know. I was always that fat loner girl, okay, and I had fire engine red hair, and I don't even know why I dyed it. It was god-awful. Okay, first of all, off subject, do not ever use that splat hair color. It's when it first came out. It turned the worst color of orange. It was ugly, and I could not get it out of my hair, and I went dark hair for a while, and I went burgundy. It was, anyways, moving on. Don't use splat. That's another horror story for a different day. So, okay. So, you know, I get this little interest, you know, my sister and I, and, well, I consider my sister, she's one of my good friends, and we get this eye in our head that, let me explain. Okay, so I kind of call her my sister, whatever, my good friend. She's, with my brother. She lived with us. She moved in when, it had to be around 2005. She moved in when she was 16, and she lived with us for a while. So, we got instantly close. I always wanted, a sister, whatever. You know, I never had one. Always wanted. I got stuck with a stupid older brother. He's a mess. But whatever, okay? I always wanted a sister, so we kind of got close. And I decided, so we decide, right, okay, we both like haunted stuff, we like ghosts, we like creepy stuff, whatever, you know, and we're both, oddly obsessed with, things like the Queen Mary, whatever, okay, yeah, so I have, I don't even know where I got it, okay, so I got, this Oujia board, and it was stupid, it was, glow in the dark, I think, okay, so I bought it, because my mom used to drop me off at the mall with, friends and stuff. And so, my friend and I'll never forget this. It's the weirdest thing. So, we went to the mall, and I had bought, I bought something else. And this is when, okay, this is how long ago. This is when KB, I believe it was KB Toys at the time. Unless it changed, to a different store name, and it was still, in this KB Toys section. I don't remember, okay? But it was around that time. It was a long time ago. So, we go to the mall. And I, bought something else, right? And, I don't know, so we go to KB Toys, and I see this, Oujia board, and it's glow in the dark, right? Amazing. Just what I've always wanted. I don't know, I never had an Oujia board growing up. My cousin had one, I didn't have one. So, I was, gonna buy something else, but I didn't have enough money for the Oujia board. So, I make my friend, let's go and, you know, return the stuff at the store that I was gonna get. We're gonna go return that. And I'm gonna go march back and I'm gonna go buy me an Oujia board. I don't know why. Okay, it was called, the glow in the dark Oujia board was calling to me. Okay, whatever. Remember, Oujia boards, you could be 10 and summon a demon, apparently. According to them, it is fine. So, I take it and I bring it home, whatever. I kind of mess with it, whatever. But, you know, I don't know. I didn't have a lot of friends. And, I think my friend Cindy at the time, she's still one of my friends, but I don't think I think she was afraid of Oujia boards. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I feel like she was afraid of them. So I kind of messed with it by myself. But then I was told, like, you're not supposed to, so I didn't, like, really do it. So then I, like, get my, my brother's girlfriend, who I consider considered my sister. I grab her, right? Like, okay, you like haunted stuff. I like haunted stuff. Let's use this Ouija board. Now, mind you, okay, I lived, in a pretty nice house. I believe we lived, like, on half an acre. It was, like, a really nice home. We had, like, a big pool and, like, really nice backyard. Whatever. So, so we sit down, right? And at the time, I think either my mom was still working in corrections or she had already opened her own business up. I don't remember. But I remember, like, she wasn't home a lot. Maybe she's still working when she's in corrections. But anyways, so, my friend and I are dumbasses. We, like, light candles, right? And we, like, sit in my room and we're like, okay, we're gonna, like, do this Ouija board thing, whatever. And we're asking it questions. We're like, I don't remember what we were asking it, whatever. It was stupid, okay? It was dumb. And so all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, there's, like, something sitting next to you. Because we had candles lit and stuff. And it was, like, a dim lit room. And she swears, okay, I didn't see this. I don't know. She could be lying. But she swears up and down there was, like, this shadow figure sitting next to me. Whatever. So we, like, shut it down. I don't remember if we told it bye or not. Probably not. We're stupid. We shut that shit down. So, time passes. And, like, I don't know, my room starts feeling, like, kind of creepy. But I don't think much about it anyways, because, like, I don't know. I've always had, like, a really bad problem with nightmares ever since I was a kid. So, like, I get as much as, like, horror, like, my own brain, like, freaks me out more than anything else does. So, like, I always just freak myself out. So I was like, okay, like, it's probably just me. But, okay, things start getting weird. So my friend Cindy, like, she'd come over all the time. Like, we were so, so close. I've known her since middle school, and, like, she'd come over my house constantly. We'd stay up, like, all night long, and, like, whatever. So I remember, like, it started out, like, kind of weird. Like, she'd come over, and, like, we used to, like, go, because we had a pool and a hot tub. We'd sit, like, in the pool or the hot tub till, like, 3 a.m, whatever. And it got to, like, where, like, we didn't want to go back in the house, and not because, like, we were trying to stay out. But, like, I don't know. It always felt like there was something watching us from inside the house, so we'd get, like, freaked out, and we were, like, afraid to even go back in. Like, it would just feel like something was, like, watching us being outside, so we started kind of getting, like, creeped out. And I remember very much it starting like that. And I'm trying to remember, like, how this train of events went. It was a long time ago, because there was, like, a lot of stuff. So, okay. So, it started getting creepy. And then I remember, like, there was one time, specifically, not specifically. Okay, so I left my room. Okay, so I had my bed against, like, the corner wall. I had my bed, like, pressed up against the corner in the wall. And we were, like, both sitting in bed together. And I remember, like, getting up, and my bathroom was, like, right next door to my bedroom. So I remember, like, getting up and going to the bathroom and, like, coming back to, like, Cindy, who was just, like, freaked out, and she's sitting on the floor, and, like, what are you doing? She's like, you went to the bathroom, and when you're gone, like, I heard footsteps, like, walk into the room and, like, sit next to me on the bed, and, like, it really freaked me out. So I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. So then it started getting, like, weirder. So, like, because we had, like, so when you walk down the hallway, like, you leave my room and you would turn left, and there'd be the bathroom, and then there would be, like, we have this, like, the guest bedroom, whatever, is an extra room, and then you go straight into, like, the laundry room, and what we called the computer room. It was, like, the extension off the garage, and it got to where, like, it started getting really, I don't know, like, creepy down there. Like, I remember, like, too, like, you would see things. Like, when you would, like, go to turn off the light in the garage, like, sometimes you would see stuff. Like, it would just be, like, a flash of something. Almost like a shadow or, like, somebody's face. It got really weird over there. And I remember, like, Cindy getting, like, freaked out, too. And it got to where, like, the lights wouldn't, like, come on. Like, you would, like, go in there and, like, flip the lights on. And, like, they wouldn't come on. And then you would, like, start, like, getting sense of things. And I remember that, too. Like, I remember, like, starting to smell stuff. So, okay. So it starts getting weird. And this is, like, the Thanksgiving after my great-grandma died. And so, like, Thanksgiving after my great-grandma died, I remember, like, sitting in the computer room, and I was, like, messing on the computer, and I literally, I could smell her perfume, right? I smell it. Then I feel something reach over me. Like, it reached over me. And so I assumed it was my mom. So I turn around and nothing is there. Like, it's just, there's nothing. So it was really weird. It was so creepy. Like, I still get the goosebumps thinking about it. So, ooh, I'm feeling toasty. Okay. So, I already said, okay, so my grandma, yeah, so after Thanksgiving happened, things started getting a little stranger. So, okay. So, I believe it was Christmas, and my friend Cindy, once again, we were always together. And she was over for Christmas, and I will never so she was sitting on the floor of my room, and I was sitting in my bed, and my mom had went to Vegas, and she had brought me back this little, like, Christmas ornament that was stuffed with, like, the costumes from the Cirque du Soleil performers, and it was still in its box. And I had it sitting on top of my TV stand. Now, my ornament sitting on top of the TV stand, so like I said, it was like, you know, I had a box TV. It was the early 2000s. So it had like a big, for all you youngins, it had a big square. And then typically it had like they had a glass side where you put like your VCR, your DVD or whatever. And then it had like an actual like one top to it. And I had the ornament sitting on the top in its box. It was like a cardboard box it was in. And Cindy, I don't know, we got like this weird feeling. And she turns around and looks, and I look up, and okay. This is the weirdest thing ever. So, I'm going to use my cell phone because I don't have anything around me to like demonstrate what this did. So it like lifts up the tabletop, right? And it sits like this. Like it hovers in the air. Like it just hovers. And then all of a sudden, it just flies. Like, it just flies. Okay, so we're like, what? I think I said somebody, literally, did you see that? Yeah, see it. So that was, like, scary. Like, it creeped me out. Like, yeah, okay, like, what the hell was that? That was disturbing. So, it just kept getting weirder. So, okay. So flash forward to I don't even know when, okay? This is where it, like, it starts getting strange. So I think it was, like, it had to be, like, 2006 or maybe closer to 2007 because, like, it started getting really weird and then we moved. So, and we moved in 2007, so I'm trying to think, like, it had to be at least, like, in the fall of 2006 or something. When it started getting weird. So my mom, because I remember it was getting dark early. So my mom came home from the grocery store one night. And she goes to take the groceries out of her car. And she like comes back in. She's like, there's like this dog. There's like this dog growling in the bushes. And I don't know what it is. But it's like really like, it sounds like rabid. Like it's really angry. And like, mind you, we're animal people. Okay, we had pets my entire life. We're not people who are afraid of dogs. Like, we've always had a lot of animals growing up, constantly, and we're people who rescue dogs. We've literally had dogs that were, like, abused, and we, you know, took care of them until they got old, you know, and unfortunately passed away. Like, we're literally animal people. And so we don't get afraid of, like, an angry dog. Like, that's, no. And so, because there's, like, something, like, growling in the bushes, and, like, I'm scared. Like, my mom was, like, full-blown afraid. So we're like, okay, so we go back out there. There's nothing there. There's nothing. So, around this time, Cindy, like I said, she's always over. So it had to be, like, a weekend or whatever. And we're like, 16, because she had her car. 16 or 17. And we had... This is, like, the first time, like, this was the experience of this stupid thing. It's still, like, this part creeps me out. So, we used to hide and smoke cigarettes. And so, we, like, snuck out to her car, you know. I remember it being cold. I think that's why we got in her car, because it was cold. So, she could turn her car for a heater. So, we, like, sneak out to her car to smoke. And we're sitting there, right? And all of a sudden... we see, like, this angry-looking, like, mangy looking dog, okay? But it didn't look like a normal dog. Like I said, I've seen dogs with mange. No, okay? It was a dog, but it wasn't like a dog. Like, it wasn't a coyote. It wasn't like a wolf. Well, I don't think we have wolves where I live, but we definitely have coyotes in some parts of it. But it was not a coyote. I don't know what the F this thing was, okay? But we were freaking terrified. Like, it literally came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. And it's like running around. And it does not look happy, okay? It is terrifying. That thing is freaking terrifying. We don't know what the hell it is. So then we were like scared, and we stayed in our car for a long time because we're freaking terrified, and we finally got the balls to like get out and go back in the house. We're scared shitless. So then like a couple weeks go by, right? And I don't really think about it, but I go out front again to sneak and smoke. I should have been hiding in my backyard to smoke, but I thought my brother would catch me. So I'd sneak up front. And so I sneak out front, right? Trying to be all sneaky, sneak out the front door. Like, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to smoke. No, I think I would sneak through the garage. I would go through the creepy-ass garage, okay? And I would sneak around the side through the RV parking where nobody could see me. And I would go out front and smoke. Which I should have smoked in the freaking RV parking. Like, anybody would have caught me over there. Whatever. I would at least be behind a freaking gate. So I was like, in the middle of the night. It's probably like 1 a.m. I'm a night owl. I always stay up all night. So I was like sitting on the curb, like having my nightly cigarette, whatever. And I start hearing something running behind me. Like, I hear it running. Right? And what the hell is that? So I'm terrified. So I turn around, and that stupid dog is running behind me. Okay. I almost peed my pants. Okay. Then, like, I watch it, and it just, like, disappears. It disappears. Okay. Well, that's weird. And then suddenly, like, I remember, too, like, watching it, and it had, like, something hanging out of its mouth. Like, I don't know what it was, but it looked like it had something in its mouth. Like an animal or something. But the animal wasn't screaming. So unless it was, like, I don't know what was in its mouth. I don't care to know. Okay. Once again, this thing did not look like a normal dog at all. And it was not like a friendly, it wasn't like a pissed off, like, I'm gonna bite you dog. I don't know what I'm okay, moving on. So I'm terrified. So then I like look across the street, and it like reappears, and it's like running around in my neighbor across the street's like garage, like not their garage, their like driveway. So like I just like hightailed it back in the house. Like, no, I'm not dealing with this. So whatever. I'm convinced that was a hellhound. I'm not somebody who really believes, like, I'm not like a strong believer in religion, but I don't know what else it could be. Like, I have no clue. Like, there is nothing. The feeling that thing gave me was, like, so terrified, so scared. And nobody believes me. Like, every time I talk about this story, like, this is a difficult story for me to talk about because everybody always thinks I'm lying. Everybody always thinks, like, oh, you're full of crap, whatever. No, okay, I seen it. And I'm convinced that thing was a freaking hellhound. I'm convinced of it. There's nothing else it could have been. And on top of that, none of our neighbors, like, we lived in a quiet neighborhood. None of our neighbors had a dog that freaking looked like that. Like, I don't know what it was. Okay, so this is where, like, it starts kind of getting to the end. So my mom had just bought me a car. My mom had just got me a car. I got a Mustang. And I didn't have my license yet, but I was super excited. Like, I was super excited. I've always wanted a Mustang. I was so happy. And like I said, we had an RV parking, but we would like kind of pull it up like next to the house by the garage, but not in the RV parking. So, and then there was like this, we had like a wrought iron fence, like a really tall wrought iron fence that would open up into the RV parking. So this is the part that terrifies me the most. I was out there washing my car because you're like super excited. Your first car. You're so excited. Even though I don't have my license, I'm just so freaking excited to have this purple Mustang and whatever. And I used to like be super into washing my new car. And I was out there washing it one day, and I get this, like, scent. And I smell, like, sulfur. I like the scent of sulfur. And I can feel, like, something staring at me, like, intently. Like, and so I look up, right? Because I remember I'm like this, right? And I'm like, I think I was at the point of drying my car. So I'm like this. And I'm like, drying. And I smell that sulfur, that burning smell. Like, what is that? And then I start getting that feel. And then I look up. Now, mind you, okay, that wrought iron fence is tall. Okay, so it has to be at least, like, it's taller than a 6 foot. It had to be like an 8-foot fence, like, whatever. Those wrought iron gates are really big. So, I look up, and I see this thing standing over me that is taller than that freaking fence, or that gate. It was a wrought iron gate. It was taller than the gate, and it was dressed in black, and it looked burned. Like, it was burned. And it was just staring at me. And I was shit my pants. Like, let's be real here. And I did what any normal person would do. I ran the F away. Like, I just ran. Like, I don't even care about my car anymore. I ran inside. And that was it. I was so terrified. But I don't know what that was. I've never seen anything like that. Before or after, with the exception of the hellhound thing, I do think it was some sort of evil spirit. I think it was evil, like, demon thing. But okay. So, whatever that thing was, I don't know. But I always had a lot of nightmares. I had experiences in the house I lived before that when I was a little kid with the ghosts that lived there. But it wasn't evil. But sometimes I feel, because I've had nightmares. I've had, like, the same nightmare since I was a child about demons and devils and, like, the devil and, like, really just, like, crazy nightmares. And they got worse at that house, and that was, like, pre-Oujia board. So I don't know if I either had some sort of, like, attachment, or something had followed me, or, like, I don't know, or if I just brought something out with the Oujia board. I don't know. When we moved, though, like, finally, like, the house felt clean. I didn't feel, like, any weird feelings or any weird whatever. Like, it was such a relief when we finally moved, and the feeling of peace that I felt. Because when we lived there, like, even when we first moved in, I remember being, like, just terrified for some reason. And I would get these weird feelings. I don't know if it was the land that the house was built on, or, like, what it was. I don't know. But the nightmares, like, lessened. Like, I still get nightmares, but not like I used to there. And not nearly as bad. Or as often. I'm still terrified when I talk about it. It still freaks me out. I can still remember the feeling that I would feel when Cindy and I would be sitting outside. And, like, just this, it was like this feeling of, like, impending doom. Like, this feeling of just something just, like, sitting there and, like, staring intently at you. And you can't see what it is. Like, I can still remember, like, how terrifying that was. And I do feel like living in that house, like, even before the whole Oujia board thing, that's when I started, like, staying up, like, super late, and I became a night owl, because, like, I didn't want to go to sleep. I was scared to sleep. Like, it freaked me out to go to bed, because I didn't know what I was going to dream about, and I was just so scared all the time. Oh, how can I forget? I forgot, like, about, like, the 2 weirdest things that ever happened in that house, and just, like, excuse me. Okay. Well, it's not, like, the weirdest. Like, of course, like, the demon and the hellhound's really weird, but I forgot about these. It just popped in my head. Excuse me. Okay. So, like, this happened to my brother, and this is, like, weird, too. It wasn't nearly as, like, I guess it was creepy, but it wasn't, like, like, the same kind of creepy. So, okay. So, the first one was, I think he had went out to a party or something, and I was home alone. And he had called the house, and he always swears, like, he's like, well, I think the lines got crossed. But it was still weird, because a guy answered the phone. And I was home alone, and some dude answered the phone. So I don't know. And my brother, like, hightailed out. Like, he raced home, because he thought somebody was in the house with me. And there was nobody there. It was just me. I didn't even hear the phone ring. So, I guess it's possible the lines got crossed. It's still, like, kind of disturbing. Like, it's still really weird. And then the other experience that he had was, so, we had, like, a stained glass window, but it was still, like, pretty see-through on the front door. Like, you could still see in, but there was, like, parts of it were stained glass. And he had came home one day, and he, like, looked in, because, okay, so the house was, like, a split wing. So my mom's bedroom was off of, like, the living room and the kitchen on the left. And then if you turned, like, there was a hallway. After you walked past, like, the living room and the kitchen, there was a hallway that went to the other bedrooms. So he comes home one day, and he's, like, unlocking the door, and he sees my mom walk, like, across the house and into her bedroom. And so he's like, oh, okay, Mom's home. And he came in there, and he went to find her, and she wasn't home. Like, I think she was at work or something. It was really weird. That was creepy, too. And I know that, like, kind of messed with him. Like, it kind of freaked him out. So, yeah. Those, like, the last two weird things that happened in that house. I'm trying to think if anything. I think my thing was just a demon in the hell. I shouldn't be laughing. It's so freaking creepy. My brother definitely didn't get the worst of it. I feel like I got the worst of it, probably because I'm the one who brought it on. And he'll still joke to me sometimes and be like, oh, you accidentally got the house possessed. Like I did it on purpose. Whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of a stupid video. I hope that would let you guys get to know me more. It was definitely creepy. I have other fun things coming. I can't wait. And yeah, I'm just like kind of enjoying spring break right now. And I've been kind of in a funk. So I guess like funkily enjoying spring break. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. Wash your hands. Stay inside. Blah, blah, blah. What I always talk about. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Start sharing. Please start sharing my videos. I need more subscribers. I really want more subscribers. Please help my channel grow. If you help me hit 500 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway or something. Please like, subscribe, and share. And also, follow me down on Instagram, at Miss Blondie B. And I really do promise, like, once this lockdown's over, I have so many other exciting things planned that are not so boring or I'm just stuck in my house. So, I'm going to try to come up with, like, better ideas, too. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.